You are an individual, and there's a higher chance that you don't know what goes on behind your back. Because the truth is, sometimes even when you are surrounded by a lot of people, you can still feel lonely. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I added back my intro, not because anyone asked for it, but just because I wanted to. I basically wanted to talk about this topic, why you don't need a lot of friends, and why it's not a good thing to have a lot of friends, because I basically grew up with believing the fact that I needed 20 people around me just so I could feel secure, just so I could feel worthy, just so I could feel like I had friends. And actually, it is very human to crave connection, to want friends, to want to be liked by people. It is very normal, and I understand why I felt that way before. So, if you ever felt like you were lonely just because you didn't have a lot of friends, I relate to you and I do not blame you for it. Because society has made it seem like having no friends is a bad thing. Social media made it so easy for us to feel lonely. When you're in a big group, you sort of become invisible. It's hard to hide when you're alone or just with one friend, but when you're in a big circle with 5+ people, it's very easy to hide and not show yourself, not express yourself. When I used to be in a huge circle with like 6 girls, once I had a problem with one friend, it got really awkward in that circle because if I try to hang out with another friend, it's just going to get messier. And I personally don't like to be in big circles now because I don't want to hide. I don't want to make myself seem small so that other people can be bigger. A thing with big circles is that over time, it develops like a hierarchy. Who's the leader? Who's the minions? Like, do you guys understand me? When there's too much people, one person sort of becomes a leader. I have never seen a big circle works out. And when you're friends with just one person, when you have a problem with them, you can solve it quickly. But once you have a problem with a friend in a big circle, it gets messier because then you guys are trying to push which friends to your side and which friends to their side. And again, when you are in this group, you start prioritizing them over yourself. You start choosing what they choose instead of what you actually want. Let's say you guys want to hang out and all of them want to hang out to the club when you just, I don't know, want to hang out to the mall or something casual. You don't want to seem like a party pooper, so then you go to the club with them when in the first place you never even wanted to. And it's not called being selfish, but it's simply just doing what you want to do. You don't have to force the entire group to come with you, but if you don't want to do something that the majority of people want to do, you should not follow. You are an individual, and just because your group of friends want to do something different than what you want to do does not mean that you have to always go with them. But that's hard because we tend to want to do what the majority of people want to do. We tend to follow the big group because our ancestors have been taught that way so that they don't get left behind. They don't get left out. They don't become an outcast. But now, in our times, we are an individual. We can do things by ourselves and we don't need 20 people just to make us feel secure. Because the truth is, sometimes even when you are surrounded by a lot of people, you can still feel lonely. It's because that the amount of people you are with does not determine if you're lonely or if you're not. It's about the quality of the people around you, not the quantity. So would you rather be lonely by yourself or with other people? Personally, I would want to be lonely by myself because I know myself and I feel comfortable with myself. But if I'm lonely with other people, then why am I even with those people? When I'm around people, I want to feel seen. I want to feel acknowledged. I want to be an actual human and not just a person there to fill in the space. Because I'm a human being and the people around me will be nice people because I am picky with who I choose to be with. I will just tell you the truth. Most of the times in big circles, one person will probably be talking bad about you behind your back to the rest of the group. And actually that is the case in most big circles. And personally, I have experienced that myself and it's not a good feeling. Just imagine one person is talking bad about you to everyone else in that group and you don't know about it and you're hanging out with them. thinking that you are with loyal friends. You guys are having a great time. You guys all love each other. But secretly, they talk bad about you. Is that the case in all circles? No, I wouldn't say so, but that's the case 90% of the time. And it's better to prevent something than to cure it. So I would just say to not even get involved in big circles. Because if you're hanging all the time with them, everything you do, you're with these friends, but they're actually not good friends, that will hurt you. Once you find out about it, you will get hurt so bad. That's basically what happened to me. I was very hurt, okay, when I found out that they were talking bad about me behind my back. And it comes to a point where I was like, am I even a good friend? Was I even a friend to them? But that experience really made me realize that large circles are not it. And when you're alone, all of your energy is to yourself. Hence, which is why when you are by yourself, you notice more things about yourself. You choose what you want to do. You see what your patterns are with yourself. You can't hide from yourself. How can you hide from yourself? It's impossible. A certain amount of time alone is crucial because if you're never alone and you're always around people, you sort of lose your identity. You don't really know who you are anymore. Like, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? What is your favorite color? Do you even know those things anymore? Because when you're surrounded by people too much, you get influenced a lot. And once you get influenced a lot, you lose yourself. You basically lose yourself. That's why going on social media and scrolling, looking at people, looking at these celebrities, they all influence your thoughts, ideas, goals, maybe even your passions, your visions, your missions, and your energy starts depleting, and you lose your identity. Reflecting and being alone is crucial if you want to become better for yourself, okay, not for other people. And if you've ever had a problem with past friends, you also can't put all the blame to them. And I will just admit that there were also some wrong things that I did when I was going through hard times with past friends, but it's also not entirely your fault. It's 50-50. It could be 75-25, but you get what I mean. It's not entirely their fault, it's not entirely your fault. You have to look on what you did wrong and what they did wrong. What you did wrong, you can improve on that. Of course, don't do that next time. What they did wrong or what you did not like about them, notice that. You can look into that and you can start to think, I don't like being with these type of people, so then I should not try to make friends with those type of people to avoid future problems. This way you can actually know which type of people you want to be friends with and which type you don't want to be friends with. Because of course, you don't want to be friends with the same toxic people. With all being said, you don't need anyone to complete you. I said this before, but you are an individual. You are full by yourself. You do not need anyone. Yes, we are social creatures, but that does not mean that we need a friend every single time we're going through something, we have a problem, we are in a crisis or whatever. Of course, it's nice to have someone with us, but that does not mean you need them. And I'm also not saying that I should cut off all your friends. Like, oh, okay, I'm saying that big circles are not good, so I'm gonna cut off all my friends. No, but what I am saying is that when you are in a large circle, there's a higher chance that you don't know what goes on behind your back. But it also does not mean that all your friends are horrible. Because if you really enjoy this time with these people and they make you feel seen, they make you feel loved, then those are the right people and you do not cut them off. But if you're constantly with people that drain you, that make you feel depleted every time after you hang out with them, then grab those pair of scissors and cut ties. Because yes, healthy friendships do exist. There are good friendships out there. And I personally have healthy friendships too. And maybe you don't have any right now, but that just means you're going to get better friendships in the future. If you don't have any friends right now, that means taking time to improve on yourself so that you can get ready for amazing friends in the future. Amazing people that will make you feel seen, will make you feel acknowledged. But don't ever let having no friends stop you from doing things that you actually want. Because at the end of the day, the only person that truly matters being happy is you. So actually, how much friends is too much friends? So studies have actually shown that there are 5 main people that are closest to us in life. So actually, 2 friends is enough. You don't need 20 people around you. I'm telling you. It's good to know a lot of people. It's good to make relations, of course, but just having 2 close friends is already enough. Remember, having just one or two close friends that make you feel seen, make you feel loved, is way better than having 10 acquaintances that you barely know anything about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!